Thank you. Morning. How are you? Yeah. Remember that we started yesterday with a very refreshing session with our young talents presenting their elevator pitch to be presenting today their presentation. So today you will have the result of your votes. Today we have the result of who you selected to present their Pecha Kucha. And this is a challenge because today also they have some other rules. Each speaker will have 20 slides and 20 seconds per each slide. So we are putting this stress on them. Sorry for that, but it's to make it more entertaining. So I'm happy to announce that the first finalist, the first winner of this Pecha Kucha is Jamie Smith from Skim, presenting localization versus translation. Welcome to the stage. Thank you.
All right. Hi, everyone. My name is Jamie Smits. I am from a global insights agency called Skim. And today I'm here to talk to you about cultural response bias. This is not a new challenge, but it's still a big challenge in market research when we're comparing our data cross-culturally. So what is cultural response bias? Cultural response bias refers to the tendency of individuals from different cultural backgrounds to respond to surveys in ways that reflect their cultural norms and values, rather than their true opinions and attitudes. Now, one area where I often see cultural response bias is when I ask for negative feedback. Have you ever had someone ask you, "Do you like this shirt?" And if you didn't like it, did you say no? Or was it something like, "Well, it's not for me, but it could look nice on you"? Your answer to this question likely reveals your cultural response bias. For us researchers who rely on consumers to tell us what they really think every day, the fact that some cultures are less direct in sharing their negative feedback can be really challenging for us and can have a big impact on our data. This makes comparing data cross-culturally often very challenging. Now, to get more inspiration about this topic, I talked to translation agencies Toppan and The Language Factory, and I read expert articles. And I learned that language shapes the way we think, and that even we change how we see the world depending on the language that we're speaking. So knowing this, are we sure we are actually addressing our consumers in the right way? When doing multi-market research, we write our surveys in English, and we translate them after. So could it be that our questionnaires are more Western-centric than we think? Our quant surveys are often quite direct, even though this direct communication doesn't match with every culture. And I found this interesting because in qualitative research, we are actually really good at getting consumers to tell us what they think by asking more indirect questions. So, to explore the impact of different question phrasings and skills in multi-market research, I surveyed 3,000 respondents across 6 markets, including markets that typically offer more indirect negative feedback. I tested 2 hypotheses. First, the first hypothesis I tested was that cultural response bias is more likely when we ask respondents about a judgment rather than a personal behavior. So I compared 2 different questions. Do you find this product appealing? And is this product what you're looking for right now? Here's what we found. When we asked the question, do you find this product appealing? The average percentage of people saying yes in indirect countries is higher compared to those in direct countries. This shows us that the indirect countries are less likely to give us negative feedback. Now, if we focus the question on the behavior and ask, is this product what you're looking for? The average percentage of people saying yes actually decreased in indirect countries, whereas it remained consistent in the other countries. This decrease implies that shifting the focus of the question from a judgment to a personal behavior can lead to more people daring to say, this is not a product that they like. In other words, giving us more negative feedback. Now, the second hypothesis was that cultural response bias is reinforced when the answer options clearly indicate right or wrong. For example, a numeric scale ranging from low to high suggests that high is the best answer. This is why I compared it to a neutral scale. The purpose of a neutral scale is to not have a negative label like 0 or a positive label like 100, but instead to compare two opposite but neutral labels, such as similar to other toothpaste and new and different from other toothpaste. Now, I found that with a 100-point slider, the scores in less direct countries, again, were higher than in direct countries. So this shows that in less direct countries, we are more likely to get higher scores when respondents are confronted with a scale that clearly shows a right and a wrong side, or a negative and a positive side. However, when using a neutral scale, without the clear positive and negative end, scores in less direct countries decrease by 10%. Not only are the scores lower, they are now also closer to the average of the other countries. So, the results show us that respondents in less direct countries are more sensitive to the way we position our scales. When confronted with a neutral scale, they are more inclined to share their true opinions and attitudes. This proves that how we ask our questions does impact the answers we get. So in summary, my conclusion is that getting people to share their true opinions is about addressing them in a culturally sensitive way. Based on my research, I have 2 recommendations. Now, I'm glad to tell you that we don't have to entirely change the way we've been doing cross-cultural studies, but my first recommendation is to start focusing your questions on a behavior instead of a judgment. This way, we can properly address more people from different cultures. Secondly, use a neutral scale instead of a scale with a clear right and wrong end. And I know that we might have to step out of our comfort zone a little bit, but the impact is really worth it. So thank you for this great opportunity to share my research, and if you have any questions, feel free to reach out.
Thank you, Jamie. Congratulations. Thank you. Thank you, Jamie. Now it's time for Timothy Trigus from Yazzie, who will present a research tool with 6 times higher response rates with WhatsApp. Timothy?
Hello? Oh, there we go. I'm going to show you how to use WhatsApp for data collection, which is really relevant in emerging markets. So it's estimated that email is used by 90% of the research industry to distribute survey links, which leaves a lot of population groups actually underrepresented and inaccessible in terms of the digital methods used. Digital links themselves have issues. A lot of people in Africa actually don't trust clicking a digital link because there's so much stigma around phishing and a cautiousness, and people don't have much mobile data, which means that they actually perceive clicking a link to be expensive and cost more than the data that they have. WhatsApp has a 6 times higher response rate than email. It's got a 98% open rate compared to email's 21, and it's a very effective tool for doing data collection. If you look at WhatsApp globally, it's got 2.9 billion monthly active users, which is 52% of the global internet population. Having a look here, you can see the map of all the countries in the world where WhatsApp is the #1 messaging platform. In Africa, WhatsApp is actually often one of the only digital channels that you can use to reach someone. So it's more than just a comparative tool, it's actually the only way. And in a market like Nigeria, where the WhatsApp penetration rate of the internet population is 95%, this is again incredibly effective. In the next year, it's projected that the WhatsApp monthly active users are going to get to 3.2 billion, which is now going to work out to be 58% of the global internet population. So in the next 4 years, it's predicted that at least 20% of the research industry is going to be using WhatsApp as a data collection channel. It means that all of you here need to be looking at it as a possibility for your future collection. Now, how does WhatsApp actually work? How do you get the data? It's pretty similar to what you would normally do in a standard digital scripting tool. You set it up, you collect the data, and you get it back in a tabular or graph-based form. Now, people I've discovered at this conference have mentioned that there's a lot of issues around data privacy and data storage with Meta. This isn't actually true. Meta does not store any of the data. You elect with the API to store the data into your privately hosted database that can be chosen in a region of your choice. Question types in WhatsApp allow for buttons, which means that you can have multiple select with multi-select and single select, as well as then all types of media, voice notes, files, videos, pictures. A diary study is also another incredibly effective tool for WhatsApp, because you can set up a menu which then enables the participant to log a task, whether it's when they've done something or on a weekly or monthly basis. What we've found is that the completion rates are much higher in WhatsApp compared to another app-based approach, where obviously the participant is so used to using WhatsApp that it's very frictionless for them to continue to do what they're currently doing, particularly compared to an app where they would have to download it, that's phone storage, mobile data, and then now taking on a new behavior that they're completely unfamiliar with. One of WhatsApp's greatest features is the template message, which is essentially a bulk message invite that can be used for notifications, invites, reminders, redo requests, payment notifications. And this is actually really where you're going to find the differential of 6 times between email to take place, because someone is completing the research, or they're getting the invite and they're completing the research entirely in WhatsApp, end to end, so there's no having to move into another platform or channel. Our AI-moderated interviewer is another very effective use of the channel, because people are so familiar with chatting on WhatsApp, what they're doing every day with their friends and family. This is now just an extension of the way that they're currently going about it. So an AI-moderated interviewer is essentially an adaptive question process where the AI will ask questions based on the answers given by the participant and the research objective. This is an example with Sia. He's a security guard of mine in the complex I live in. And as you can see, he's responding with voice notes, which is a capability that we have which now enables people to respond with voice notes and videos and in different languages. So our interviewer supports 100+ different languages, and here's Sia responding in isiXhosa. Voice notes are another incredibly interesting societal behavior, where in South Africa, a lot of people will voice note instead of text because of how easy and lazy it feels to respond. So you have a lot of people lying on the couch, sitting in queues or standing in queues and responding with a voice note just because of how little friction it is to actually respond. And the result is that people send incredibly long responses. And so there's someone responding in Afrikaans. It's a 2-minute 15 response, and there's another 4 minutes response where there's a lot of insight that is unpacked. And these two transcripts together in total amounted to 30 minutes of someone actually engaging in different voice notes across the AI interview. The findings that we found, 40% of the South African respondents that we've done in AI interviews so far have responded with voice. And the net result is that our average word count is 24 words, which is around 2 or 3 times higher than your average open text. Okay, so I think what we found is that in Africa, often interviews are quite infeasible because of device barriers, because of people don't have mobile data, and because it's actually tricky. So in the case of WhatsApp here, this interviewer is enabling you to get data that you really wouldn't otherwise have been able to get in another traditional interview-based approach. If you would like to try it, here is a QR code that, if you scan, will open up WhatsApp and allow you to complete this interview, which is about the impact of the platinum and silver sponsors at this conference. Just to note that by clicking and you're opting into the data privacy policy that you'll see. And that's it.
Thank you. Finally, we have Vanessa Kwok from NEPA presenting From Complexity to Clarity, democratizing data analysis.
Hello, everyone. Thank you for welcoming me back on stage. Before I start, I thought I would tell you a little bit more about myself and my role. So my name's Vanessa. I'm a data scientist at NEPA, a global market research company that deals with consumer insights. And my role specifically involves using advanced statistical modeling to transform complex data into actionable insights for our clients. I'm also based in the London office in Somerset House, so if any of you are ever around, please come and say hi. On Monday, I promised to tell you a little bit more about data democratization, and what better place to do it than in Athens, the birthplace of democracy. So, what is data democratization? It's the process of making data easily accessible to a wide range of people in an organization. As we're now in an era where data drives decisions, the ability to harness and interpret complex data should no longer be reserved just for data scientists and technical experts. We should be empowering everyone to engage with data directly to make quick, informed decisions. By equipping everyone with the right tools to explore and analyze data, we unlock the potential for faster, more innovative insights and more flexible decision-making. Imagine a world where every market researcher, regardless of their technical background, could engage with complex data to derive meaningful insights. Well, this vision is not only achievable, but is becoming a reality at NEPA. I'm excited to share how I accomplished this by creating a user-friendly tool where my team members could generate immediate insights, and how something like this can ignite positive change in the market research industry. So this idea first came up when I worked on a project with a global soft drinks company. This project, called Path to Purchase, focuses on the consumer journey, and it uses a regression model to uncover the effectiveness of different touch points in driving purchase. The problem was that whenever my team members had a question or hypothesis about which variables impacted purchase behavior, they had to rely on me to run the analysis. And by the time I had provided the results, their needs had often changed or they had new follow-up questions. And it was these back and forth requests which slowed down the process from question to actionable insights, limiting our ability to quickly adapt recommendations to clients. Additionally, because the experts who best understood the client's needs couldn't explore the data independently, this limited the potential for valuable insights being uncovered. And I'm sure many of you in this audience have experienced a similar issue. That's when I thought, what if we could create a tool that made complex statistical modeling as easy as a few clicks? So, I set out to build this tool that enabled my team members to run a real-time regression without needing to write a single line of code. The goal was to develop a user-friendly interface where users could simply select their variables of interest, click Calculate, and see the model's results almost instantaneously. And here's a demo of this tool, which we call the Data Cube. The important features of the Data Cube were that it was easy to navigate, it was accessible through any browser, and it didn't require any specialized software, making the analysis quick and straightforward. It was also tailored to the needs of my team, so the results could be exported in the right formats for them to then seamlessly share with clients. So, what was the benefit of all of this? Firstly, faster insights. The Data Cube cut down the time for my team members to receive results from what was previously an hour down to a few seconds, allowing them to generate immediate insights. There were faster turnaround times from collecting data to making informed recommendations, cutting down our project timelines by 35%. Being able to see the results immediately also led to more flexible decision-making. My team members no longer had to wait for the results. Instead, they could independently explore the data and seek answers to their questions, quickly adapting their recommendations to clients as new insights emerged. Another benefit is that more power was placed into the hands of those who were closest to the industry, but who were not necessarily data scientists or analysts. This meant discovering market trends that would have otherwise gone unnoticed, leading to deeper insights and more innovative solutions for our clients. Finally, by allowing more people with a diverse expertise to explore the data, we integrate different perspectives, leading to more comprehensive and well-rounded insights, providing a competitive edge. And beyond insights, integrating ideas fosters a culture of cross-functional collaboration across an organization. So, there's no denying the benefits that data democratization has on workflows, insights, and collaboration. There's also no denying that data will continue to fuel decision-making in the world of market research. So we need to work towards equipping individuals with easy access and the right tools to interpret data. There's been a lot of talk about AI in these past few days, so think about democratizing those tools and those capabilities. This is how we can transform the market research industry to be more inclusive, dynamic, and forward-thinking. So the purpose of this presentation isn't just to tell you about this tool I developed. It's rather a call to action for you to think about how you can democratize data in your own organization. This is how we, as an industry, can move from complexity to clarity. Thank you.
Thank you, Vanessa, Timothy, Jamie. You're a true inspiration to this industry, and you are called to pave the future of this field. So now, let's see what is the position of these three winners. Let me see who is the third prize, who has won the third prize. The winner of this third prize is a research tool with 6 times higher response rates with WhatsApp. Timothy Pregus. Okay. I was supposed that I was giving it to you, but okay. That's do-it-yourself, you know? So, oh, please, a picture, Timothy, a picture. That's the do-it-yourself platform fashion. Okay, congratulations. Where is the photographer? No photographer? Okay, any mobile? Okay, that's good. That's also do-it-yourself. Thank you, ChatGPT and all together. Okay, let's see who has the second prize. Please, and drums. From complexity to clarity, democratizing data analysis, Vanessa Kwok, NEPA. Oh. Thank you. They are paving the future, so they come to do all the stages of the value chain. Thank you. Thank you. Photographer, any? Mobile? Yeah? Okay. It's a nice way to get telephone numbers, huh? Okay, thank you, Vanessa. And of course, the first prize, I think it's quite clear. Please, and drums. Localization versus translation, Jamie Smith. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Yeah, let's see. Yeah. Okay. Wow, there are many cameras here. Yeah. Good. Thank you. Congratulations, Jamie.
Thank you.
Well done.